Maria has been a Toastmaster in my speak for 2 months, and she tries to elevate conversations by trying to get the other person comfortable enough to share and speak up. Please help me welcome our first evaluator, Maria Antony.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Today, Toastmaster Yaska gave a speech, and it was my pleasure to be an evaluator for his speech. Every time Toastmaster Yaska gives a speech, I'm always in awe, and it's something that I myself look to learn to improve myself. Today, I thought that you excelled in your vocal variety. I thought that you use your tone beautifully, especially in certain sentences, like when you were emphasizing the quote by Mark Twain, and you said, "Public is the only critic whose upon whose work is anything at all." You also use your pauses very efficiently. In the beginning, when you talked about the three parts, public, relations, campaign, the pause in between them showed the importance and the emphasis you're going to give. I loved your facial expressions and the placement of where you were in the screen because you were using a background. So I thought you did it very effectively. And I also thought that sometimes you came close to the camera, sometimes you went farther away to show the emphasis on certain points. Some suggestions I can think, and at this point I'm only picking all these very minute things because it was an excellent speech, but some suggestions I can give is in the structure, I thought that you first talked about the public. In the second point, you talked about relations. In the relations point, you could have further given as 2 separate points. Because I know you first talked about making sure that you pick up your own camera and do your own advertising. That could be point number 1 under that, like a sub point A. And as sub point B, you talked about lies in marketing. So if that distinction was clear, that smooth transition between point 1 and point 2, I think it would have been more effective. Another point is that you used the last picture that you used was a graph. And one way to effectively use that graph, because it was covering the entire screen, was instead of moving completely off, you could have, when you were talking about the first part of the graph, moved on this side. And then when you're talking about the second part, moved on this side, and not just completely move off and give us the picture to just view. Because as an audience, when I was viewing it, I couldn't completely grasp it. And when you explained it, and that's when it became more clear to me. So just as a minute suggestion, I just thought you could move instead of just completely moving up and giving us the graph to just look at. But other than that, I thought the speech was excellent. I challenge you to continue giving excellent speeches, using vocal variety, using your body language to be warm and encouraging. And I'm excited to also know about the future of the environmental sustainability campaign. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Maria.